The turtles are back in action for another adventure. When Leo can't learn the truth from his brothers, he goes on his own. While being alone, he meets Sid and Skipper on a new journey to save New York. You can read along with me in your book to join in on this new adventure. You will know it's time to turn the page when you hear this sound. Let's begin now. It was hunting season, and the turtles are ready for hunting. Meanwhile, two animals named Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck are facing each other over this situation.
This is preposterous! It's rabbit season! Duck season! Rabbit season! Rabbit season! Duck season! Fire!
Daffy gets shot, and then gets shot many times that the turtles are having fun. Moments later, Daffy was sick and tired of being blasted, so he asked the Warner Brothers to do a new project starring only him. But they disagreed with him, since it's all part of the law for this company.
Oh, what's the matter with you people? We can't do this kind of stuff anymore.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Moral Support.
Meanwhile, at New York, the turtles are now in a crane battle. And somehow Leo sees something on top of the roof. It was Karai, leader of the Foot Clan. He then tries to impress her by saving his brothers. The turtles got confused, but Raph feels like he saw Karai just before she ran off.
I thought I saw something. What about you, Leo? Did you see something? No.
Leo and Raph were now fighting about what happened. Leo thinks Karai has a good side, but Raph believes that she has a bad side, even though she's in the Foot Clan.
I was demonstrating how formidable we are. I knew she wasn't going to attack us. You don't flirt with the enemy, Leo. You take him down.
Somewhere at a New York park, a sloth named Sid was late for his migration, but his whole family left him alone.
They left me out. They do this every year. Why? Doesn't anyone love me? Isn't there anyone who cares about Sid the Sloth?
Sadly, he saw an animal walking, but he doesn't seem to care him.
All right, I'll just go by myself. Oh.
The turtles were now hanging out in New York, and suddenly they saw a new kind of villain. Leo comes up with a plan that should work, but it was too late. The villain has escaped, and the turtles can't find him now.
If we did this my way, that dude would be toast by now. This way would have worked if you hadn't wasted time second-guessing my orders. Don't give bad orders, and I won't second-guess them. Fine, Raph. The team's yours. I'm out of here.
Leo quits being the leader, leaving his brothers behind. Daffy was feeling poor for himself now, but Bugs came up to him and told him that there's a special treasure somewhere hidden in New York.
So what do you think? You up for saving the world? Well, Schmerl, that thing's worth a fortune!
While trying to get to the migration, Sid accidentally bumps into two bullies and made them angry. They started to go after him, and Sid runs for his life until he then bumps into Leo.
Hey, what are you doing?
The bullies still want to face him, but Leo decides to kick their butts so that Sid is safe.
You guys just made my night.
After saving Sid's life, Sid decides to walk with Leo.
Well, we make a great team.
But Leo wants to be alone for a while, and Sid happens to keep following him.
You want to play games? I can handle it. But I need your word that you will not attack my brothers.
At the Central Park Zoo at New York, 4 penguins were just having fun by doing their thing.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
But then later, they got a message from someone. It was the villain who escaped the turtles in the first place. So, Skipper decides to go on a mission by himself, leaving his other men to stay in their lair in case of emergencies.
Looks like we have a job to do.
After miles of walking, Skipper has met up with Leo and Sid.
The name's Skipper. We're the elitist of the elite.
Don't see how that's your business.
Oh, well, we got you something else.
Skipper then told both of them of what's going on in New York. During his story, he talks about the Shredder, that he's gonna create a mutant monster to take over New York.
He's pure evil. He's working on a whole nother level.
Leo then decides to come with Skipper to see what it's all about.
All right, we'll follow up on his lead and then bust the poor guy out of the foot.
No thanks, I choose life.
Raph, Mikey, and Donnie were on their own now, with Raph being the leader. They enter the area where people are being trapped by some kind of mutant monster. They think that the villain is somewhere around here. The turtles now need to save the people before they get caught.
Let's cut him loose.
They saved all the people, but a monster named Snakeweed popped up and attacks the turtles. Now they must try to defeat him. Along the way, they meet up with a pony named Starlight, the best star in the whole world.
So, how can we stop a plan we don't even know?
As you know, we'll just take a walk around town. Maybe that'll jog your memory.
All right, mighty mutants, let's do this.
Hey, you made me a guidance counselor. That means tough love.
Starlight then lead the team to a shortcut. Outside the shortcut was a new Krang lab. Leo has never seen anything like it before.
This is a problem.
Now they need to come up with a plan.
We need some kind of distraction.
Whatever it is, it can't be good. Let's shut this place down.
All right, men. Commence Operation Special Delivery.
The team are now taking down the Krang with arrow bombs. Now all the Krang are defended. Now the next thing to do is to shut down the bombs so that Shredder can't create a mutant.
Okay, we have to disarm that bomb.
Bugs and Daffy were in this area too. But then more Krang came up and Daffy tries to ask them some directions.
Okay, Buster, where's that big diamond?
The Krang then trap both of them and are now trying to find some way to escape. The turtles were still trying to defeat Snakeweed, but it's no use. After lots of fighting, Snakeweed hit Mikey so hard.
Mikey!
The turtle decided to retreat and then headed back to the lair. They arrived back home, and they tried to wake Mikey up, making sure he's not dead.
This is a disaster, and it's all my fault. I don't know what happened.
Donnie fixed the problem by making Mikey smell the pizza, and it worked.
Mikey! Don't scare me like that, buddy. I thought we lost you.
Raph learned his lesson, and so now they gotta find Leo. Leo has fully disarmed the bomb, but more Krang came up. The team are now in for another battle. Sid managed to find a Krang skateboard and then ram into the Krang like a boss. The battle was over. Leo has never been so proud of himself, and now it was time to celebrate for a little bit.
I feel so much better.
But the fight was not over yet. Shredder appears out of nowhere and then takes down Leo. Raph, Mikey, and Donnie arrived and finally found Leo.
Leo! What are you? We're out there risking our necks, and you're up here holding hands with the foot! I can explain.
Then Snakeweed popped up too. Then it was a discovery that Shredder created Snakeweed. He already created a mutant this whole time. Then Raph saw Karai popping up and poked her down.
Karai!
Leo was surprised he appeared. The final battle is now starting with one big team together. Then Bugs and Daffy popped up and are now joining the fight.
Of course you realize this means war.
Now it was time to save New York City once and for all. But it was now getting too hard. After lots of hard pain, Leo was noticing something.
Raph's right. It is my fault.
Now Leo is the only one standing, and it's up to him to save his friends. He was more focused on Snakeweed because he has a plan to take him down.
Hey, this end now!
He leads Snakeweed to an electrical machine. For the finishing touch, he lightened up his swords, hits the machine, and the lightning shocked Snakeweed. Snakeweed fell down into a river, along with Shredder. Karai ran away, and soon, she'll be back for another plan.
Nice work. Thanks. Good to be back.
Raph was now happy to see Leo, and so he apologized to him for everything he's done. After learning his lesson, Leo has now returned to the family. And now it's the perfect time to celebrate. And of course they have new friends including Sid, Skipper, and Starlight. During the party, Skipper and the rest decided to make plans for more visits, especially if there's any more danger coming up soon.
I don't know about you guys, but we are the weirdest herd I've ever seen.
Outside the lair, being uninvited to the party, Daffy was very upset that he'll never change his luck. But Bugs came up to him and told him to come to the Warner Brothers party instead. They both walked together, hoping that Daffy can still have a good time.
Don't worry, Daff. I'll cut you a special deal. You want how much?